Yo, 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 Big Catch back up in here. Shout out to Geek About It, man. Y'all know he be bringing up some videos that I love, man, because he got the background music, well, that slow piano music, and it's just the tonality. Is that a word? The tonality, yeah, the tonality of the video, the way he deliver. Y'all know how I feel about these type of videos, bro. And this video reads how Drake strangely predicted his own downfall. Y'all go tap into. I like the way he delivered. I love the way he delivered. Pause. But we about to get into this video. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. Y'all know I'm like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
There's this Drake lyric that's been on my mind for about a month now. I'd probably self-destruct if I ever lose. This one line perfectly sums up Drake's current situation. I genuinely believe that all of this, not just the lawsuit, but his eventual self-destruction, was a part of Kendrick's plan. Kendrick didn't just want to beat Drake in a rap battle. He wanted to plant seeds in Drake's mind, to make his words stick, and push Drake to act out. But what's truly unsettling to me is how Drake predicted his own downfall through his music and interviews over the years.
It's gotta be something that everyone that he's with and him have to hear. You can't do some shit that's just for the moment and then it goes away.
Kendrick knew that if he was going to take Drake down, the victory had to be unanimous. Drake had to feel defeated, with no room for excuses. After his loss to Pusha T in 2018, he still made excuses for why it happened.
My first quote-unquote, loss in the competitive sport of rapping. By choice, obviously, because I bowed out after realizing like the gap between us. I sleep well at night knowing I didn't get outbarred and I didn't get, dunned off by some crazy song that I just realized that like nobody cares about this guy. Now, when you met
who ain't get outbarred? Who ain't get outbarred? Boy, stop. Hey, listen, man. Hey, look, hold on, man. This dude is bugging.
mentioned defenseless people who are sick in the hospital that passed away, that really sent me to a place where, I wanted to do other things. I didn't want to further your reputation or your career by rapping back at you.
For Kendrick to really get the dub, he had to beat Drake at his own game, with the things he values most. Enter Not Like Us. The power of Not Like Us isn't in the damning allegations it makes.
Y'all hear that piano sound? Y'all see how he deliver his videos? I love that, bro. I love that. And his microphone is sitting just right. It ain't no high peaks in it. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I wish I knew how he did his videos, man. These joints is official.
The real power comes from Kendrick flipping the script on Drake. Aubrey the hitmaker, he prides himself in being a chart-topping artist, not just a rapper for real hip-hop hits. Whether it was his beef with Common or Meek Mill, he aimed to attack them with records that couldn't be ignored. In a 2012 interview, he explained his approach to his diss track against Common, saying, "First of all, I made sure it would run in the club because that's more painful than anything. I wanted to be on a record that you would have to stand around and hear every night for a few months." It was the same thing with Back to Back as well. In a Fader interview, he said this about that record: "This has to become the song that people want to hear every single night."
It's got to be something that everyone that he's with and him have to hear.
Can't ignore it.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't do some shit that's just for the moment and then it goes away.
Yeah.
My theory is Kendrick studied Drake. He read these interviews, and he knew the best way to truly beat him was to do exactly what Drake would do. Create a club anthem, a track that couldn't be ignored, and make sure it stung. And it worked. Drake and his team couldn't escape it. You could see how deeply it affected them.
OVO 40 threatened Cypher Sounds over Not Like Us playing during a comedy show?
I get a DM from 40. He said, "How about I go to your city and play a song where someone calls you a pedophile? When I see you..."
Oh. Hey, 40 about that life, huh? Y'all let me know. I ain't know 40 about that life. I thought he was sick or something like that. Don't one of you niggas got sick? Say, nah, let me stop. Let me not say that. Hey, YouTube, I'm playing. I'm just joking. I'm just joking, y'all. I'm back on my eggshells.
I'm gonna smack you in the mouth.
Drake bans Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us.
Dang, he told him he was gonna smack him.
Either directly or indirectly. Yeah, they're saying that there's been some DJs in Houston, Texas, that were asked not to play the record.
Yeah. I think it ended with not like us, man. It's shit banging.
When someone you consider a close friend says a diss track that is aimed at you is banging, that's when you know it's undeniable. I bet Drake was furious when he saw that clip because Yachty deleted it with the quickness.
How hard was that beat for you? Like, you're being pulled in different directions. You want to be loyal.
I just wish I had never spoke on it. That's the only thing that was the only part. I wish I hadn't said anything about it.
Yeah, because hey, look, we in the time now. Whoever try to take up for Drake is just gonna look dumb. He gonna make sure he make you look stupid. He gonna make sure like you second, like, damn, why did I stick up for you? You don't even care about your damn self. You out here, man. Everybody talking about that Party Next Door joint was trash. I ain't even check it out. Look, they told me in the comment section, look, I'll do it for you. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time, bruh.
Welcome to Hollywood. Don't let this town ruin you. One major focus from Kendrick was the kind of man that Drake is. The reason it hits so hard is that in many ways, current Drake is the man his younger self swore he would never become. For example, Drake used to speak about his father in interviews, explaining how his dad wasn't a role model, but more.
That's Dennis right there? That's Dennis? I don't know. He got the mustache like Dennis. I can't say. Is that Dennis? Nah, it ain't Dennis. That's probably his uncle. That's probably Drake's uncle or something.
Explaining how his dad wasn't a role model, but more of an example of what not to be. He often talked about the negative impact his father's absence had on him and his mother, and how it made him vow to build a better family dynamic.
This is my dad. I don't get to see you that often, but, you know, my love is always with you.
His parents separated when he was 5, and he promised he would never put his own child in that position.
I was really hard on my parents for giving me sort of a childhood that I had to wrap my mind around, you know, as I grew. I multiple times sort of suggested that they could have done a better job of whatever it was. Yeah, co-parenting, sticking together.
In a 2013.
Get over it. Get over it. Forgive your parents and get it. Hey, y'all out there too. Forgive your parents. You don't know what they had to go through. You know what I'm saying? You must forgive your parents. Get over it, Drake. You're too old for this Nah, I hope he forgave his parents though, for real.
13 interview, he said he didn't want to end up like his father, a womanizer who goes around hurting women. But in 2018, Drake had a son, and through his lyrics, we saw how much it hurt him that he hadn't built the family unit he always wanted. He had ended up a single father and the womanizer he feared becoming.
As life takes shape and teaches you your own lessons, I end up in this situation, you know, where I don't have the fairy tale like, oh, Drake started a family with Rihanna and like this is like so perfect. By the way, I wanted that too at one time, you know?
His frustration with this situation is evident in the song March 11th.
I think a lot of us wanted that. But it's just something that we have to suffer. It's something that we have to suffer as far as like the curses, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is. Maybe next life. Maybe this will help you understand that YOLO is wrong. That YOLO stuff you got going on that you put out there in the universe is wrong.
Single father, I hate when I hear it. I used to challenge my parents on every album. Now I'm embarrassed to tell them I ended up as a co-parent. Always promised a family unit. I wanted it to be different because I've been through it.
I am a single father learning to communicate with a woman who, you know, we've had our moments, right? I mean, and I do want to be able to explain to my son what happened.
It's sad because Drake really wanted to do better than his parents, to make it work. But now, he's become the man who constantly targets other men's marriages and families. On one hand, he writes lyrics about how marriage looks miserable. On the other, he has songs where he sings about longing for a true connection, a soulmate he feels may no longer be in the cards for him. This is the perfect ammunition for Kendrick.
I don't know, bro. You the way you doing this video, you gonna have me feeling sorry for the nigga. You gonna have me feeling sorry for this motherfucker. Hold on, you gotta get back to our other videos, man. Nah. I like this video though, cause you getting some truth about him, And that's what Drake need to come out and do, man. Like, if you dealing with something, bro, you gonna have to come out. You put your life on the line. You put your life out on Front Street like this. You need to come out and confess what you deal with internally, bro. This way, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna bring you to where you need to be. Now, all this, I'm a monster and can't nobody hurt me. All, man, yo, bro, you gonna suffer like that, bro. You gonna definitely suffer, because now you putting yourself in the position as if you're not a human being. So then the people looking at it like, you think you better than us. Oh, you think you better than us. Okay, all right. Drop another album, nigga. Drop another album, see if we cop that motherfucker. Oh yeah, party next. We don't want to hear that shit, because you better than us, right? Yeah, keep that same energy, nigga.
He calls him out for trying to destroy people's families instead of taking care of his own. Words like this are bound to hit hard because it highlights Drake's internal struggle. Why is that the first thing he pulls out of his bag of tricks? Targeting other people's relationships.
Don't speak on nobody from my family, nothing that could be even mentioned with my wife. But when you played that record for me in the studio that said, yo, we got some Kylies, we got some Kendalls, I told you, Travis is your man. Don't make no record like that. That man just had a baby with her. That's gonna be offensive.
Why would you mention my fiance? Wow. Like, no women, no children. What's up? Like, what we doing? Wait a minute. What is the...
Because he's so angry within himself that he wasn't able to create that family. So he's throwing shots at everybody who did, because that's a jealousy that he have within in himself. That's why I said, man, work on yourself. So you ain't got to be worried about coming around here hating on nobody or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? You must work on yourself. Y'all let me know if y'all like this light on. Do y'all get to see me better, or do y'all like it like boom? Yo, Big Kish up in here. Do y'all like it like this? Or it don't matter. Y'all just, we ain't trying to hear you. We ain't trying to look at you, nigga.
The real issue with you and marriage. Now I got to dig in and see, what are y'all like? What's your family like? Oh, your dad left you at 5. Oh, I get that. He never walked you to the bus stop. You're mad about this. You know, your mom, she never remarried. You don't even know what family is. So of course you don't dig marriage.
From Serena Williams and her husband, to A$AP Rocky and Rihanna, Pusha T, Kendrick, and many others. No matter how much Drake criticizes the institution of marriage, it's something he's always wanted, but hasn't been able to make happen. Grown man liars, storytellers, they don't even need a campfire. I've been a huge Drake fan since 2011, and it's obvious there's a big difference between that Drake and Mob Ties Drake.
So Geek About It knows about Drake. He's able to, convey to us what Drake is, who he really is. You know what I mean?
Every artist evolves, but this wasn't just growth. It was a complete shift in persona.
Hey, shout out to Deleted too. He has that capability as well of being able to do a deep dive on not just Drake, but everybody, and he knows the background. Man, I'm telling you, hey, he's official as well. Let's get it.
Before he started adopting this Michael Corleone persona, Drake looked down on rappers who lied about their street lives.
Michael Corleone
Maybe
persona.
Because I had friends who grew up in the hood, I could have acted like I had too and pretended to live that lifestyle. But that wouldn't be the truth.
But you've also said that one of the biggest misconceptions about you is that any part of you wants to be gangster or hood.
I mean, yeah, I stand by that quote. I don't want that to be something you're not, and to be that specifically. Listening to people rap about, killings and drugs and all that stuff. It's just, I'm always like, when I'm writing a rap, I'm like, man, if I could just throw a gun bar in here, this thing would be done. And I feel that way,
He said, if I could just throw a gun bar up in here, if I could just throw a gun bar with the switch, a glizzy with the switch, a Glock.
Sometimes it's just such an easy scapegoat. I can't rap about that. You have to understand when I'm finishing these albums, remember, there's a lot of things that are off limits to me. And it's not because someone told me they're off limits to me. I just make them off limits to myself because I'm not going to step out of my character just to finish a record.
It goes without saying that Drake didn't have it easy. He was constantly ridiculed for being soft and goofy. I mean, he literally got peed on. So many rappers he once admired disrespected him. Puff put hands on him. Then came the Meek Mill beef. with people like Jay-Z pulling strings behind the scenes. He raps about it on Do Not Disturb. He saw a side of himself he didn't recognize, a side that was defensive, confrontational, and angry. He felt like he had something to prove, and that's when we got Mob Ties Drake. This mafioso persona that we all knew wasn't really him, but we rode with it because we loved Aubrey.
I was having trouble figuring myself out in rap at that time. Right. I was a very defensive individual, you know, just coming off the situations that I had come off of. And I was, you know, 40 is always very bluntly honest with me. And he'd be like, man, you sound like aggressive or defensive.
He was tired of being disrespected and being treated like a pushover. He always spoke about it in interviews, always trying to show the world he wasn't soft. So fast forward to now, when Kendrick challenges this fake image, it was obviously going to rile him up and make him act out of character. I have no doubt Drake has friends who've done
I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he act tough.
They part in handling business for him. I've spoken about this in an older video, but there's a big difference between knowing people who get things done and actually getting your own hands dirty. And when someone calls you out and you know deep down you don't have the proof to back up your tough talk, it is going to eat at you.
No, god dang, come on, man. I didn't want the video to go over. You see how he had them tunes playing in the background? Ooh, dang, man, I liked that. I liked that. Dang, I like that joint, man. What y'all think Drake need to do, man? What y'all think old Aubrey need to do, man? I got a nice little suggestion for him. Aubrey need to do a Q&A with some honest fans and have a sit down with somebody somebody notable in the hip hop community. Somebody with much respect in the hip hop community. Have a good sit down and, you know, and just express his real self. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you got a problem with the youngins? You got to, you know, let it be known. You know what I'm saying? Get back to the old being honest. Yeah, all that mob ties shit, man. Listen, man, leave that stuff alone, bro. Now, I don't even look at you the same, bro. You gotta come out and confess your faults, bro. Be honest with yourself. Look in the mirror, man. You know? All of us all of us need to be honest with ourselves. Look in the mirror. Me including me as well. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. Doing some self-reflection, working on yourself. You know what I mean? Man, that damn piano music got me sounding all soft and shit. Yo, man, I'm gone, yo. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Big Kesh signing out. I'm gone, y'all.